Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Blueprints, episode 133. My God, at this point, it feels like we've been playing this game for a decade. Welcome back. In the last episode, I honestly mostly got distracted from spiraling by taking a first crack at the two puzzles that we got from the blank books. So a hidden hue and tinted rose vine. Guess what? We didn't make a ton. I mean, we didn't make any. We might have made progress, but we didn't make any obvious progress. Who knows? I may have successfully solved them, and the ideas for how to solve them are written down in my notebook. Like what I'm trying to say is, maybe last episode I correctly talked myself through how to solve a hidden hue, and I wrote it all down in my notebook. I don't think that's likely. Maybe I just have to enact what I put in my notebook and then it'll be done. I don't think that's likely, but I do think it's possible. So anyways, it felt like last episode I spiraled and then I kind of failed to make progress on the two big puzzles. Buckle up. We got more of the same coming at you today. I have the same sort of thoughts in terms of places to look. And things to do. I would really like to figure out what the let's just get started by quickly drafting as many observatories as we can. I'd really like to know where Spiral of, to make at least a little bit of progress on Spiral of Stars, so that no matter what else happens today, at least that is done. Like at least we've learned something. Yeah, I think we're in kind of a rough spot in terms of I may be asking for a hint from our Discord sooner rather than later. I don't know that for a fact. I just am kind of bumping up against... I don't feel like I'm making a ton of headway, is what I'm trying to say. So, that said, please do not try to leave any hints. And the last time I said something like, I'm bumping up against a dead end, and I may ask for some hints in the Discord very soon. Last time I said that, I think people just took that as permission to write hints in the YouTube comments. Please don't do that. Dear God, please. Thank you. Come join us on Discord, where apparently there is a very active Blueprints spoilery chat. And now that Blueprints is out on the Switch, or the Switch 2, the Switch, there's also a whole community of people just playing the game. So you could also like get help or get, you could interact with other people who are playing the game and participate in community about it, which could be fun. There's an observatory. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about whether or not I want to ask. I guess it kind of depends on how this episode goes. I'll think about whether or not I want to ask the Discord for open all antechamber doors, then do something. That's right. So these should all be open, which is honestly very handy. But you do have to have not a lot of steps. So that part is not very handy at all. Let's get a planetarium for now until we see what happens with 150. Stars. I may worry about the planetarium a lot less after... My guess is the inkwell will happen at 150. But I should have redrawn there. It's fine. The goal is just to kind of like that one episode we did where we just hit as many observatories as quickly as we possibly could. That's kind of my goal for the start of today's episode. At the same time, I do want to... The thing I want to kind of think about is... What would it look like to try to do a hidden hue with green, red, and orange? Like, what would that look like? What would I need in terms of, like, setup? What would I need in terms of... Okay, I'm just going to call it a day. We're gonna lose some footsteps, but we're going to keep the train rolling, or some stars, but we're going to keep the train rolling. What I'm trying to say is, what would it look like if I wanted to tackle a hidden hue tomorrow? What would I want to do to make that more likely or less likely? I think probably the key lies in the redraw, in a couple things. One, the ability to redraw is always so vastly helpful. A study and laundry room or laundry room would be huge. Study is not something that I can get in the first couple rooms very reliably. So my first thought would honestly be to have Keycard and then to go to Foundation and draft a couple rooms here that would help us choose what rooms we wanted to draft down here. So if the goal was, I guess we should... No, I don't want to do it. If the goal was to put like 6 green rooms right here, 6 orange rooms right here, and 6 red rooms right here, then one of the first things I would do is go up to whatchamacallit, to Foundation, draft some rooms from there, like laundry room, study, Geist bedroom maybe for the ability to redraw, then set? Then set what? Then set what? Then set? Set is an interesting verb. Set what? Then kind of go from there. We could always draft a bunch of blue rooms kind of in the middle 2 ranks to help us out, but we would also have to be very careful with the amount of junctions and stuff. So amount of redraws is the first thing. The second thing I would be very interested in is how you affect the draft pool with Banner of the King or the Scepter or something like that. So the problem is I can't choose 3 different rooms. I have to pick. I can't choose 3 separate colors. I have to pick one. And that makes it a little difficult. So if I choose red rooms on the Banner of the King, then that makes it in some ways less likely that I would organically draw a shop until I had exhausted almost all of the red rooms, or maybe all of the red rooms. So I don't know. I also worry a little bit. Here's another thing I'm thinking. I worry a little bit about the Foundation strategy, because what if the answer to a hidden hue is not to draft 6 red rooms in a row right here, and then 6 orange and 6 green, or 6 in a different order, whatever. What if the answer is to draft 6 different red rooms on this file, you know? Or maybe it's like from this blue room, draft 6 red rooms in a row, 6 orange rooms in a row, and it doesn't have to be a straight line at all. I don't know. It says the one left hidden, as opposed to the one right hidden. You have to go left. You have to go left out of entrance hall. I'm totally kidding. I have no idea. I am totally kidding. From Prism Pristine, 3 paths convene. From Prism Key. Make that make sense. Three lines of light. 3 shades foreseen. I hate all of these rooms. What the fuck? Why do I have 2 red rooms on my first thing? That was weird. Okay, let's get back to the idea. Instead of puzzling over this riddle from Prism Pristine, 3 paths convene. What other things could I do to increase my chances of drafting what I want where I want it? Is there anything outside that I would like? Probably Shelter makes some sense. because of the fact that I would need, then set your what? Set your footsteps to something. Set your steps. Set your... Why would it say set and not set your allowance to 1,000,000? Why would it say set and not then add or... No, it's saying set because you don't know if you're adding or subtracting. Maybe that's what's going on. Then set your keys to 10. No matter how many you had before, you're not gonna add or subtract some. You're just gonna set it to 10. I don't know. In terms of outer rooms, I think shelter to protect against the red rooms makes a lot of sense. We're at 147. We should be at 149 in just a second. Other options are root cellar, hovel, classroom. None of those make sense, really. Tomb doesn't make sense. Trading post doesn't necessarily make sense. Even if it is the most interesting room recently. What am I missing? So, tomb, shrine, shelter sounds good. I think shelter, but let me check real quick. Toolshed. Yeah, Toolshed is not a winner. Toolshed isn't anything exciting for this particular type of thing. So, yeah. I don't know. That seems like a plan. Nothing really to do outside. So I guess the question is sort of this. I could also do like Blessing of the Monk outside and then put a specific room outside if that mattered to me. I guess the question is sort of this. Do I want to start trying to solve it? Like, do I want to start trying a run where I do 3 vertical lines of light, of color? Is this thing always spinning? Probably, right? Sorry, it's freaking me out. Okay. I guess there's 2 ways to think about that. Do I want to stop what I'm doing to try and solve a hidden hue when I have a very uncertain level of confidence about what I'm trying to chase down? That's one question. The other question is, like, what are the circumstances which would make it most likely for me? Maybe if I started a run and I got study right away, that might be a place like right here, right in the spare green room slot. That might be a place where I'm like, okay, time to go. Time to do it, 100%. Or what else? I mean, we should probably get Keycard in. We should probably check coat check. What is in coat check again? I don't even remember at this point. What do I have in coat check? Am I gonna not get an observatory this time? Please, please, observatory. Uh-oh. If I don't get observatory, what am I doing? Uh-oh. I'm just out here wasting time. I do technically have a key card, but I don't know that that's worth it. Okay, we'll just call it a day. We can't... Oh, shit. I didn't call it a day inside a planetarium. What am I doing? I'm always like, I know what I want to do. I want to try to Spiral of Stars while I do other things. What happens is I think through things, which distracts me from hunting for stars. It turns out I'm not doing 2 things at once. I'm trying to do 3, which is make Make entertaining conversation while also thinking through something and hunting stars. It kind of just comes down to a question, too, of, like, how confident am I in my idea about how this puzzle, in my potential solution for this puzzle. What's in code check right now? Not an item to be retrieved. Okay, we should get a key card and chuck it in there, probably. I think that makes a lot of sense. At some point, like next time we get a key card, we should just go there. Inkwell. Oh my god, 150. Perfect. Okay. Then set your steps. Perfect. It is steps. What's it gonna say? Set your steps to what? We got Inkwell, but of course it's actually gonna disappear. We got Inkwell. We got up to 150, but it's technically gonna go down below 150, 148. Then it's gonna go back up to 150. Planetarium Observatory together still just allows us to gain 1 star per day. But we did discover that 150 happens with Inkwell. So. That's good. The next logical question is what happens at 200? God, I hope I never find out. Maybe my honest guess is that Spiral of Stars is probably exactly 100 words long. Or no, it doesn't work like that. No, that wouldn't make sense because I keep thinking Spiral of Stars. Something in my brain really wants the amount of words that you have, the amount of stars that you have to be the amount of words that you have, but that's not how it goes. Okay, we got a conservatory right here. What if we just grabbed a green here and then saw if we could grab more greens, right? There's a key. Like, what if we just tried it this run? We have nothing in our inventory. If I get a green here, I did not get a green, so that solves it for us. I was thinking if I get a green there, I will take a, I'll go over and start trying to draft, like, laundry room on the other side, which would make it more likely. Like, I think one way to think about this, sorry, I'm probably not saying this very clearly. One way to think about this puzzle, in terms of a room drafting puzzle, is, I think, as follows. Set your steps to what? What are the rooms that I absolutely need in order to make it work? There are some rooms that you absolutely need to make it work. For instance, with red, rooms that you need and rooms that you probably need to avoid. With red, I absolutely 100% need weight room, I think, because of the amount of junctions. Dark room and archives are both negative unless I have shelter. With this run, I definitely need study and laundry room. Those are like S tier in terms of have to make it happen. Should I be opening? Can a key card come in a trunk? I don't even know, actually. We should open this just in case. Let's just kind of vaguely hunt for a key card while we... do some of this. It's the first... Oh, man. Okay, let's go word by word and rate my confidence, because I think this is kind of helpful sometimes for me. A hidden hue. That suggests a color we have not seen before. From Prism Pristine, I have 20% confidence that I know what that means. I don't know what it means. Pristine, meaning like untouched, clean, from untouched Prism key. That doesn't make any sense. Hold up. Pristine definition. Something is pristine if it is like, it is so clean as if it has not been touched. Original condition or unspoiled. Clean and fresh as if new. Spotless. From Prism Pristine. Sorry, I missed my thing. Where is it? 3 paths convene. Okay. Three paths seems pretty on the nose. Like, seems, you know, a path to me. Now, hold up. It could actually be talking about... I highly doubt this. There are paths in the game. A Westgate path. There are paths in the game. But I think it probably means, like, 3... trips through... either 3, like, routes through the house, or 3 lines through the house. Set your steps to 40. So you have to get less than 20, open all the doors, then set your steps to 40. Interesting. That's cool. You gain the footsteps back that would make it really hard to continue otherwise. That's cool. Then it says 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. Foreseen as in predicted. Lines of light, color is light. That'll make some sense to me. To me, I'm reading that as if it said 3 lines of color. 3 colors you have seen before, for lack of a better word. 3 colors to count, it says next. A sum of 18. To me, that just suggests that you probably need 6 each, or maybe it's not 6 each. Maybe it's 5 plus 5 plus 8, you know, or something like that. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. I will say, I hate to be the grammar person, but there does not need to be a comma here. The one left hidden remains to be seen. Remains is the verb. Wait, I mean, remains is the... yeah, remains is the verb. This is the prepositional phrase that is sort of modifying the verb. The verb and the subject do not need to be separated by a comma, and I would say should not be separated by a comma. Now you're saying, Ryan, this is a poem. This is a poem. The comma is there to tell you to pause. No, that the words are there to tell me to the words are there and rhyming to tell me how I should read it. Don't put a comma that is unnecessary from a from a grammar standpoint. Commas are not to be trifled with, motherfucker. So from Prism Pristine, that's a fine comma. 3 lines of light, that's a period. Perfect. 3 shades foreseen. These are 2 complete thoughts. Now they are not complete sentences, but they don't have to be. They don't have to be. We're not writing a 5-paragraph essay to try and pass the SATs, which I hear you don't actually have to write anymore. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. This is a fine comma. This is a fine comma for reasons I won't get into. This one is not. And that's welcome to my TED Talk. Where are we at again? Oh boy. We're going for planetarium at this point. Not that it really matters, but it's fun to add stars. Planetarium. What the I would say my confidence on this riddle writ large, I would say I'm probably 70% confident that I'm in the ballpark. The problem is, I think it's the details that are going to kill me. For instance, from Prism Pristine might be read as, here is your starting spot for this riddle. You don't start from entrance hall, you start from something. I don't know what that something is because I have 0% confidence that I understand Prism Pristine. Prism key? I don't know. I mean, a prism, I am going to Google this just to make myself... A prism is a shaped piece of glass that emits light, right? That's my prism definition. Oh, it can be a geometry thing as well. A solid geometric figure whose two ends are similar, equal, or parallel rectilinear figures and whose sides are parallelograms. Does that mean that a square is a prism or no? Wait. Whose two end faces are similar, equal, and parallel. Rectilinear figures and whose sides are parallelograms. No, it's talking about, it's like saying three-dimensional. A square would not count. I don't even think a cube would count. There are two other definitions. In optics, a glass or other transparent object in prism form, especially one that is triangular with refracting surfaces at an acute angle with each other and that separates white light into a spectrum of colors. Okay. Third definition, used figuratively with reference to the clarification or distortion afforded by a particular viewpoint. A la, you considered the disaster through the prism of television. It's like a figurative stand-in for a point of view almost, or perspective. Okay. Well, it turns out I'm not really missing anything on the definition of prism. I pretty much understood it as a word, as an English word. I still don't know where to start. Is there anything about the entrance hall that strikes me as particularly prismatic in nature? It's got some stained glass in the doorway. Otherwise, no. You could start from antechamber. You can't actually start from there, but I was like, what if you went to antechamber and then started drafting stuff? Of course, you'd have to get there first, which would mean that one of the three doors is closed. So that doesn't exactly work. I don't think it works from foundation. Also, comma. Interesting. Also, comma tells me, oh man, I could be wrong. The also suggests, we should go look at this again. Also suggests that we are nearing the end. I don't think it confirms it, but I think it suggests it. Sorry, let me take a screenshot real quick. We have a hell of a first sentence, then we have an if-then statement, then we have an if-then statement. I think it would just be an if-then statement if it wasn't nearing... I don't know that we're on the last sentence, but I think we might be in the second half of the Spiral of Stars. I don't know why I grab these things when I'm just going to call it a day later. Okay. Spiral of Stars. Let me save this photo real quick. Just so I can pull my hair out over the next 3 days thinking about it. Just kidding. The good news about Spiral of Stars is that it's gotten less confusing the more we've played. It has a pattern to it. The more we understand about it, the more we kind of think we know where it's going. I would not suggest that I actually know where it's going because I do think it's possible that the we should go this way first, and I'll tell you why. That I think it's possible that it ends in a completely different way than it starts, which could be really cool. We're gonna go this way first because I also kind of want to see if I can't draft. One thing we could be doing while we hunt for stars Oh my god, I just clicked off way too quickly. Also, is we could be trying to get garage and get it powered. Because if we did that, we could go out onto the western grounds and look for a western spring or anything else like that. Anything out there at all. A rose vine, anything. To make that happen, we do need to power it. So we probably need to think a little carefully about how we make that work. But can't hurt to just do a couple doors this direction and see what happens, right? I think garage takes gems. A gem. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, well, we kind of screwed up here. How are we going to get a key card? I think I made break room pretty rare, right? No, it's still standard. In my dreams, I made it rare. In my wildest dreams, I never had to solve another math puzzle again. I hope you know, I say that, I hope you know that I am so deeply still in love with this game and in love with playing this game. Both are true. Not just in love with the game writ large, in love with playing the game still. So I hope you know that that doesn't... There are things about this game that I would like to do a little bit less than other things. Please don't think, oh no, Ryan hates this game now. Ryan's tired of it. Nobody is choosing to be here. Sorry. Everyone is choosing. I meant the opposite. Everyone is choosing to be here. You're choosing to watch if it's still interesting to you, and I'm definitely choosing to play because it's definitely still interesting to me. We're looking for planetarium because I think at this point our odds of... I don't know that a trunk has a key card in it. And I don't know that our odds of getting over to garage are good, so. Why did I grab the dice? I don't know. Nothing. Okay. Around this point, I think I would also be down to ask to try and get security and see if there's anything new on that front. Or if the dang staff has decided that they're done helping me. The thing that I think is hard about break room / parlor room right now is that I feel like I feel like an expert at neither. I feel decent at both. The parlor game and the break room puzzles. But I feel... I think oftentimes right now, if I encounter parlor room or break room and I need to solve it, it feels like more of a hassle than it does like it feels like, oh god, I have to do a really difficult parlor room in order to maybe get what I need. Which is kind of funny. There's security. Let's do it. Let's do it. Especially because, like, solving a parlor room to try and... If it really matters that I solve the parlor room, then it's fun. If I just solve another parlor room in a, like... one more in a series of near endless parlor rooms, that would be... That's less exciting to me. Although, I do have to say, I need to remote terminal... What am I doing here again? No, I'm checking staff announcements. Ah, we must be patient and wait. You can't special order a key card, can you? Nah, I didn't think so. Dang, worth a try. I'm going to try one thing here. Let's see what happens if we set up an experiment. Do I get something that says... Nope, I did not. Okay, we're going to remove the last crate from the tunnel. Oh my god, we're still going. The time is already going. There's one crate left in the tunnel. We're going to remove it. Drawing room is great. I don't think there's any more after this, so... Go ahead and grab these. Okay. We need this gem in case we get observatory. And we did not get observatory. Which means I need to redraw. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. So I think at this point, observatory here would be nice. We're also kind of looking for like aquarium into garage, because garage alone is unfortunately not gonna do it for us. So I don't think I will take garage. We have to get aquarium or boiler room into garage to make it worth it. Make it, you know, powered. Okay. Where is the observatory? Please. I hope it doesn't feel too frustrating that I'm just spiraling right now. I promise it's not for lack of wish your luck. I promise it's not for lack of wishing that I had a better knowledge about where to start for these two puzzles. I mean, Hidden Hue, I may have something I can do. The other one, I really don't feel like I have a place to start. Okay. We probably ought to start, like, taking... I swear I haven't seen break room in forever. We ought to start, like, taking break room, I guess, to try and get... Or we could... I'm thinking to try and get Keycard. We also get a random item if we have less than 40 steps, but it's an item from the showroom. So that's different, right? So it's not like we're gonna get Keycard. Could get Master Key, which could be helpful. So break room might have to be the way I get Keycard. We could just call it a day inside a break room once. That would be fine. Then put it in code check. Here's kind of my thought. Right now, if I right here get a good room. Here's what I probably need to do. It's probably time. Time to boot up the old Photoshop. I'll keep drafting real quick. Oh my god, I didn't even look at the things I drafted with Conservatory earlier. Secret Passage is commonplace, Mechanarium's rare. That all seems fine to me. Here's my thought. West Wing Hall probably means that orange should go here. That is not as orange as I would like it to be. And I do hate to be a stickler about this, but if we're going to do this, we're going to make it look good. He says, I think green makes sense on the right because of the fact that green rooms happen on the edges. You know? Which means that red would have to take place in the center. Although it doesn't even need to... We don't know that it needs to be the center. But... this is kind of how I'm imagining it. Now, we already know for a fact that this right here is entrance hall and antechamber. So that's kind of my plan. I'm going to keep that off to the other side because I think it may... Now, sorry, we should talk through this. I had some other thoughts. Who's to say that this, instead of this one right here, doesn't work? Not me, because I don't know shit about I don't know what the answer is. That said, I think I will be trying to make it my goal because it looks cleaner and I don't think it hurts our chances overall. I think it looks cleaner to try to make this happen. And then these can all be junctions if I need them. Now, there's an interesting thing happening here, which is that if I go by the language of the puzzle alone, which is literally right on the other side of this page, but I guess I'll drag this over. It says 3 paths and 3 lines. I would say that a line is this. I would also say that a path is that. But a path is also that. Imagine this one's green. That is not a line necessarily. This is not a line of light. That's a L of light. So which one? Do we have to have it this way? I'm shooting for the vertical line on the off chance that that matters. I don't know if it does. Am I crazy? No, this is not 18. That's 15. Oh my God. I about lost my mind. Look at what I'm looking at right now. I was like, wait a second. What do you mean? These are 3 lines of light. What is a conservatory if not sort of a prism room? Oh my God, there's 18 of them. Oh wait, there's only 15. I was like, this is crazy. This door is different than any of the other doors I've ever seen in the game, which is maybe true. So that is maybe something to keep an eye on. Like, why is that the case? I've never once thought about the doors between rooms. But this door is different. Do I have to use a prism key on that door? Are any of the other doors different? I don't know if anybody right now is watching our Tears of the Kingdom playthrough, my Tears of the Kingdom playthrough, but I feel a similar level of paranoia right now to the moments in that game when I'm yelling, "Are you wiggling? Are you a different door? Are you wiggling?" I think the doors might be wiggling, brother. I think these doors might be wiggling. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're shooting for like aquarium right here. Aquarium. Observatory is good too. Observatory is good as well. This door is different, so the doors in here are different. At least one of the doors. It's the door. It's if you're exiting. Like, if the door had to be created at the same time as the room, your luck has what? Then the door can sometimes, like, match the room, which is interesting. That's not a thing I've ever thought about prior to 133 episodes in. I will go in there in just a second, but first I'm going to use this dice. Should I be putting the prism key in my inventory? Like, maybe. It's a word in the clue. I'll be using this dice as well. If you unlock a door with the prism key. Do I do green on the left-hand side? Hallway in the second file, bedroom in the third file, red in the fourth file. I don't think that adds up to 18. This game makes me crazy. Give me aquarium into... Give me aquarium. Give me aquarium into garage. Dang it. Aquarium. Dang it. Okay. Back to planetarium we go. What's a guy got to do to get a break room in this house? Maybe this is the one. I'll go to break room. I'm gonna find a break room and then I'm gonna call it a day there because I want a key card. Give me a break room. There's our coat check, so that's good. We need that as well. This is just gonna go blue, but I guess we'll take it. Oh shit, I can't make it go blue. We'll go green. I kind of need a break room because I kind of want... Here's the other thing I keep forgetting about. I do want to go to Secret Garden as well. So maybe break room. If we get Secret Garden... Let's do a little bit of math, because if we get Secret Garden key here, this could be really nice. 23... Flipped is 32 minus 20 is 12 plus 9 is 21. Flipped is 12. Oh, brother. 2/3 minus 1/3 is 1/3. Times 10 is 3.33 times 10 again is 33.33. Divided by 2 is 16-ish. Divided by 31. Round it to 1. We got our key card. We didn't even have to call it a day in here. I mean, we'll take it, I guess. Okay, let's go code check it so that we have it. Then okay, we code checked it. We'll call it a day inside of planetarium and go from there. Oh, I'm kind of just digging on the off chance I dig up a secret garden key, which I don't even know that you can do. I don't even know that that works. All right. Just in case. What's going to happen to our luck? Rosewary is almost the word rosemary, which is a name that I have not encountered in this game as far as I know. The longer I play this game, the longer I make videos on YouTube, really, the more I start saying things like, that's not a thing I've ever seen in this game, as far as I know, because I'm becoming aware of my own limitations, which is that I think it's very possible I have seen something in this game, completely forgotten it existed, and erased it from my brain forever. This is just a thing that can happen to me. Quick little observatory. Also, your luck has increased. I don't know if luck is permanent across your luck has been. I don't know if luck is permanent across runs. My guess is that it is not, based on really nothing other than an instinct. Like, our luck is mentioned in Cloister of Rena, where if you draft a green room outside of... It doesn't say permanently, right? It just says increased. It just says raise your luck with each green room you draft from this cloister. Rabbit's Foot, I think, which I haven't seen in forever, also says something about luck, I think. I don't know if it says something about luck or if it just does luck. I think it might just do luck. But my guess based on all of that is that maybe there isn't a, like, permanent luck stat that increases. Like, your lock picking skill, it sounds like, is permanent. I don't know that that's the case for your luck. Okay, we're just going on the off chance that we could get a aquarium over here. We still also don't have a planetarium, but there's our planetarium. We'll grab the dice. Lines of light. Lines of light. Okay, we did not get what we wanted. What do you say? Your luck has something. What do you say? Do you think we give it one good run where we try? We could try a hidden hue. I don't have any real sign that it's going to work, but I don't have anything stopping me either. Let's go in. I don't think we... if we were to do... Let's do the thought experiment. If we were right now on this run to try and solve a hidden hue, would I go outside first? Or would I do my best to draft the important rooms right here? This one, for instance, should be... Is this supposed to be red? Why is it so orange? It doesn't matter. It's supposed to be red. This is kind of yellow looking too. What are the odds I get a red right here, right off the rip? Probably pretty low. I think we got to go left first. Assume you get something like a dining room. Then this can be blue. Study is the perfect thing to get for this run to have legs. I think then this is where it gets interesting. So, oh, this is immediately so interesting. If we say Banner of the King, we need yellow right here, or orange, sorry. There's a big problem. Oh my god, I need orange for hallways, not for shops. For orange, it would probably be fine. Maybe. It's actually not okay because I can't put an orange room in that corner. I can't put an orange room in the corner. I just realized. Also, East Wing Hall is the same as West Wing Hall, so we could have done either side. Does that mean you have to ignore these and put... First off, we should add an adjustment. Add a layer. So that we're actually just doing this all on one layer. So, does that mean you have to do red here? Or like one of the sides? Because red, you can put something in the corner, right? You could put like maid's chamber. Yeah. That's it though. Holy shit. Green in the corner, you can put conservatory. Because I do it all the time. There are other found floor plans. We could put lost and found in the corner. We could put... Can't put vestibule. Oh, what I was saying is this gets really interesting because now the next room that I need to make this run a success is actually laundry room. However, I don't really have a place to put it. So if this were to be red, I'd have to pick red here, and then I'd have to go get shelter from outside, probably. So, interesting. It does give me conservatory, which is okay. I could make this side green and the other side red. This is so weird. This is such a weird challenge. Maybe this is way harder than I've thought. Lavatory should be rare, absolutely. Storeroom should be commonplace. Break room standard, that's all fine. This is way harder than I've thought. Now that I have selected... I think this is way harder than I thought. Because... I mean, I can't pick these from in terms of a, like, succeeding on hidden hue. So I just lose. This is crazy. It's kind of interesting. Okay, well, we struck out. And in fact, this run is probably cooked because I can't even drafting, like, observatory could be really difficult, so I may need to rethink my strategy here. You could certainly do red and then just run up one of the corners, but you have to get Maid's Chamber on the corner, and I didn't. Which makes it tough. Then, if you're out of all the red rooms, maybe you could come back and have pretty much... I think everything else kind of stays the same rarity, but like... Like, I think if you say, I'm going to make everything red, or I want a higher chance of drafting red, I don't think it affects the rarity of everything else. That's my guess. Could be wrong. We don't even have a gym, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of drafting to see what happens. Let's just call it a day here. Okay, one more run. One more run. The problem is, I feel like... Oh, boy. I feel like we have to draft some blue rooms first. So maybe what I really need is this. I took study really early on, but maybe what I actually need is, like, blue... I need blue junctions, really. This is blue already. This is blue. This is blue. Maybe I need, like, that many at least before I do something else, you know? And they better have junctions left and right. And then maybe one of them ends up being a, like... That's laundry room. And from there, I can go green, hopefully, and get all this. This seems very difficult. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about, though. Yeah, I don't know. I may have just underestimated this in terms of difficulty. Let's go ahead and get another word on our thing. Another word on observatory. Spiral of stars. It's the least we can do. Surely the least we can do. That was a really sad hidden hue attempt. Like, we made it like 4 rooms before we were screwed. Now, tunnel is super interesting, by the way. Tunnel is not something I have thought about. Tunnel is like the golden... I mean, if you take tunnel 6 times in a row, 5 times in a row, you've got what you need. So then, I know we missed this room right here, library. But if I got red right here, I didn't, but if I got study right here, maybe they don't have to be, maybe they just have to be vertical lines or something. Maybe they don't have to be exactly how I thought they were. You could hypothetically go like red, 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 you know? I don't know that I want to try that right now because... But tunnel is really interesting. Your luck has been increased, but no period. Increased, but no period is not good. Because we don't know that it's going to stay. Let's go get planetarium. There it is! Let's go! Alright, one more day, one more day. I know, I just keep saying that, but... I want to find a period at the end of the sentence. I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna regret it. This is our goal. We're gonna find a period at the end of the sentence. Your luck has been increased. To what? By what? By 1? By 1 is my guess. Till the end of the day. Maybe that's what it says. Your luck has been increased until the end of the day. Let's take a look. Don't know. All right, let's see what this says. Observatory. Your luck has been increased and... Oh, no. Okay, well, that's actually the end of the run. I need to go, so I should call it there. I will very quickly try and find a planetarium and call it a day and leave it there. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed Ryan Rambles. Ryan Rambles and Struggles. I would say we tested our hidden hue theory, but we really didn't. We did a little bit of adjusting of our plan just because the things I was thinking may not work. Also, at one point I got hallways and shops confused, so that's good. That's always a good start. At one point I was like, oh yeah, I need to go start drafting shops. Wait, no, I need to draft hallways. We'll see. Oh, hello, good boy. Get an planetarium and we'll get out of here. And we'll come back next week. We'll come back next week. Maybe I'll get a planetarium. I don't know what my obsession with planetarium is. I think it's just curiosity about what happens at 200. And what happened at 150. That was also it, but... Okay, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.